Hi everybody, welcome to Jana's Crochet Journey. Today is Saturday, July 13th, 2024. Welcome all of my new, returning, and future crafty yarny friends. Wow, what's everybody been up to? It's been a little bit. I have to say, I haven't been up to a lot because it's been some awesome weather, and then besides my regular job, I am also doing like a seasonal part-time thing where I'm like cooking at a beach cook bar type of place. So just been busy. I wanted to come on today just to give you an update of what I've been doing. I know some people are waiting to see which blanket I have been working on for kind of like the gender reveal to all my friends out there for my future grandbaby. I have been working on that. I'm on the second of 3 cakes, like 3/4 of the way through. So I need to get that finished so I can show you all. And I got commissioned from a friend back from where I used to live. I made blankets for her granddaughter before out of Bernat blanket yarn, and she reached out to me and wanted to know if I could do a blanket for her newest granddaughter and her niece's son. So I had to order the yarn from Joann's. Like, oh my God, I had to break the cycle of not ordering yarn in over a year. So my blanket yarn, I believe, is in my storage. I have a bunch of boxes to my right that I need to go through, honestly. So I picked the pattern for that, and it's a free pattern by Yarnspirations called Pinstripe Crochet Blanket. So this is what I'm going to be doing. Originally, my friend was like, just do like a cream blanket for both of them. And I was like, oh God, that's going to be so boring. So I said, hey, what about just like a pinstripe every so many rows of a color to break it up? She said, perfect. So the main color for both blankets is going to be Bernat blanket in vintage white. It's not that white, but it's not like a cream, like with that hint of yellow in it either. So I'm going to do this. And then for her nephew's blanket, I chose, excuse me, pale gray. I believe, let me look. So, okay, so 10 rows of the vintage white, and then the pinstripe, 10 pinstripe. I am going to change up, though. This pattern calls for 6 balls total, 1 for the pinstripe, and then 5 of the main color with chaining 106. I'm not going to do that because this, I mean, both littles are like toddlers, so I'm not going to make it that big because I was trying to save her on the cost of the yarn. So I have 8 total. I could do 4 and 4, or I was thinking just 3 and 3, and then I would have 2 extra and just discount her the price of the yarn. But we'll see. I'm going to chain the 106 first, see how wide it is exactly, and then make my decision from there. For her granddaughter's blanket, I thought I ordered a maroon because her first granddaughter's blanket has maroon in it, and I did the zigzag pattern, which is not my favorite. I could have done the wave, which is not as, pointy, but I'm just going to keep with the pinstripe at this point. I mean, I may get bored and want to rip my hair out, but anyways, I wanted the blankets to match in a sense. So the color that I ordered is not what I thought it was. This is crimson, which red is my favorite color, as we all know. I'm like, oh, pretty, but this is not the color her and I agreed on. So I need to go through my boxes, see if I have my blanket yarn here, and I'll just swap skein for skein. But if I don't, I'll start on the gray first, see if I can make it to my storage, and possibly see if I can see it in my totes. If not, it may just make my life way simpler just to go buy the right color. So that's an upcoming 2 projects that I need to get done, but I want to get the blanket done first for my grandbaby. Then I'll start on those. She's hoping that I can have them done by fall, but she said no rush. So we'll see how time and everything works out. It says to use a 9mm hook. That's what I'll probably do, but I will remember to chain with an 11, just because we know how that first chain can be a pain in the butt. Yeah, so right now that's my only plan. I've been looking and doing smaller projects to try to feel like I'm getting things done. I have a stack of patterns that I would love to get to, but we'll see how things go. So pretty much, as the title says, a little dishing, because I've been working on dishcloths. I picked 3 different patterns, and one is complete. One is probably halfway done, and the other one, I feel I'm going to frog it because I don't like the way it's coming out. And instead of wasting my time going a little farther, thinking I'm going to be happy with it in the end, I know I'm not. So I'm just going to frog it. Probably throw the pattern away. It was free, not a big deal. But let me start with the frog it one. There was one that I had picked out that I started doing it, did not like it. So then I found this one. Nothing against the creator, believe me. It's just for me, I don't like the way it's coming out for me. So this is called My Mitered Square. Using half double crochets, which favorite stitch. I'm using a 6mm hook. And this is, I love this cotton in denim blue. Pretty color. And this I must have got on sale because, oh, there's no clearance sticker or anything. The concept of her pattern, she explains, why she has the numbers the way she does, and you just got to follow her pattern for odd and even rows. And I've probably just messed it up along the way. I can't be dedicating that much brain power to a dishcloth. So this is by Judy M. Kerr, Kerr. And when I printed it, it has the date, Wednesday, January 30th of 2008 was when her pattern was a thing. And I even tried writing down the pattern for the odd and even numbers to try to keep myself straight. No, I don't got time for that. I just want to be able to make the stinking thing and be done with it. So this is what it looks like so far. I am on row 14, and you pretty much do however many to get the size you want. Yeah, it just says keep going in that pattern to get the size you want. So this is where it's at. So there's the miter, and it goes out, but now it's starting to get wavy wonky. So, and then here it's not a straight line. So something, and I mean, if I pull on it, it's fine and dandy. But when I'm like pulling to work, and no, I don't like it. So this I'm going to frog, and I will just put the yarn back on my shelf because I need to move on with other things. And that ain't one of them. All right. So then the next one that I am working on, which I like the pattern, Yarnspirations. It is free, called the Speedy Texture Dishcloth. Says it takes 2 balls of lily sugar and cream, but that's not what I'm using. And a 5mm hook for the pattern, which, yeah, I did my chain in 6mm. I'm using a 5 for the pattern. And I believe in the previous video I showed a dishcloth I was working on using Yarnspiration Caron Cotton Painterly Cakes in the color Shimmering Pond. So there's the different colors in it. So I finished that one, which I will show you last. And then I just picked up where it left off to start on this one, which I will have plenty more. So I want to find another pattern, or I'll just repeat this one because I actually like it, and just I want to use it up and then call that dishcloth phase done. It's basically a 4-row repeat, and I did not put a sticky tab down where I can keep track of what row I'm on, but really, if I screw it up, like, who cares? Like, you have row 2, row 3 is nothing but singles, row 3, and then row 4 is nothing but singles. So, and you're supposed to get these little bumpies that pop out, but they don't always pop out. So this is where I'm at. I followed exactly the chain of 44 in the beginning, and I'm just letting the colors change, and then, you know, there's bumpies, if you can see. Sometimes they pop out on the back side, so I very well may have gotten off track with what row I was on. To me, it doesn't matter, because when you're washing dishes, you're not going to be like, okay, what side has the bumpies? You're just going to wash the dishes. So it's pretty wide. And again, I mean, I was thinking it could just be a nice big washcloth in the shower, but I'll probably go double this and then call it done. Again, this one says to measure, keep going till it measures 13 inches. I haven't measured it. To me, I'm more like I want to eyeball it and make sure it makes sense for what I'm looking for. So I just haven't decided, shower, dishes, which way I want to do these. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All right, then the last one is my finished object, which I believe I showed already that I had started it. It's a free pattern on Mary Maxim's website called Dishcloth and Pot Holder number FP9576. I just made the dishcloth, did not make the hot pad or pot holder. And I did 5.5 hook for the chain and then a 5mm for the actual pattern. Same cotton yarn, the Painterly in Shimmering Pond. Put the border on it. My ends are done. And again, I mean, if you pull it and stretch it, it squares up. But you're going to be washing with it. So, see, I'm not a fan of how these little peaks in the corner, like, and I followed the pattern, but like then if I stretch it, it's fine. When I fold it in half, it's not completely even, but that's my bottom chain. I probably should have done the bottom chain in a 6 and then the pattern. But again, for washing your body or delegating it to dishes, it doesn't really matter how it folds up. It's just going to get used. And basically that pattern was, you chained 42. And it's singles and triples. Single, triple to the end. Chain 1 turn. Yeah, just singles and triples. Because I thought, oh, triples, just, you know, I get done a little faster. But the triples with the single is how you're getting, you know, that texture, which I like it. So it is done. I will probably, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan of these colors, that's for sure, but I might throw them in the shower. Put them in the bathroom and use these in the shower. And then if I want certain ones for the kitchen, I'm more color fancied in the kitchen. My bathroom, the main bath with the shower, is more beachy theme with like the teals, the green. So I think that color would go better in there. So yeah, thanks for helping me talk through that. So that's it, guys. That's all I have been working on since the last time you saw me, besides the grandbaby's blanket. So when I get off here, I'm going to frog the mitered square, gather the blanket yarn and my pattern, take it upstairs and put it by my chair, finish this other dishcloth so I can call that done. And if you're wondering whatever happened to my snake that I showed, it's in the project bag. The crisscross blanket, the maroon and white and gray, that's in a project bag. I wasn't feeling either one of them at this point. It's just so warm. I don't want heavy things on my lap, but because my friend is asking me to do these blankets for her grandbaby and great nephew, I'm like, yeah, I'll do that, because these should work up fairly quick if I have the time to dedicate to them. All right, guys. Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to see what I have been up to. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.